Hi friends, how are you? Sorry if you end up hearing a little bit more ambient noise, I guess. I've got my window open because I just needed to air this room out with some nice natural air. And other people are chit-chatting in other rooms, so maybe you'll hear it, maybe not. You'll definitely hear that siren. Most of the times when sirens pass by, where I'm here in New York, there are ambulances who are going on. So actually the neighborhood's pretty quiet, which is actually nice. I like that. I was worried, wasn't sure where I was gonna get. People usually any loud noises or people just hanging out and having a good time, nothing nefarious, which is nice. Being kind of from a countryish kind of place, you're always kind of concerned of like what you'll encounter when you go more city. For the most part, it's actually pretty quiet where I am, so, definitely would want to try to live in this area again when I leave and if I ever come back. These are definitely neighborhoods I would definitely, I like living in here. Anyway, we are about to dive into episode 7 of Laid Back Camp. I don't have the information in front of me just yet, so I don't know the name of this episode. But we do know this episode is about Nadeshiko going solo camping, which I'm very excited about. So like I've said multiple times throughout filming this, is that season 1 ended with Nadeshiko going solo camping at the lake where the two of them had met for the first time. And it was kind of like, looks like springish kind of time where you still need to wrap up a little bit, but you don't need so many layers, so a little bit warmer. And so, and then of course Rin and her ran into each other. It was all very cute and very sweet. Season 2 really seems to be filling in the gaps between the Christmas camping and probably that moment. Because we've gotten through New Year's, we're getting a little closer. Some of the time has been back to back to back to back, but some of it's been, I'm sure we'll have some big gaps, but everyone's doing their own thing, which is really cute. I'm sure we'll have some big group scenes later on. But everyone's pretty separated, and they're kind of making, new connections. They're kind of solidifying older connections. It's very, very cute. But Nadeshiko is about to go, doing her first solo camping, which I'm very, very proud of for her. And she's asking for advice, and it's going to be really, really cute. I'd forgotten that Nadeshiko hadn't gone solo camping yet. A lot of the stuff that she was buying, her lamp and other things, was to prepare her to go solo camping. I just realized, how your left earbuds has this little dot or little bump on it, so that way you don't have to figure it out? I always had a hard time with this, like which one's my left and right. I just realized the underside by the cord has that little bump, so whenever I'm like, which one's my right and left, I don't have to look for it, I can just feel for it. Wow, I've had these for a little while too, so that's great. Have my little plant clip, keeps my headphones together. Let's look at time. Anyway, I really have nothing else to say. I really enjoyed the season. I'm so glad that I chose to wait and run this at the same time as A Place Further Than the Universe. They're a little similar, but they're actually incredibly different shows, different slice of life shows, different theme, really, different vibes, different kind of character feelings. There's not actually too many similarities. It's funny, I remember, I guess it was a meme on Tumblr about winter camping. And there was what's the word? Spectrum. And so on one end, you have Laid Back Camp. In the middle, you have A Place Further Than the Universe. And on the far left, you have A Girl's Journey or Troop or something like that. It's about the girls are in military uniforms. I've heard that's a very sad anime. I don't know if I'll ever do that one because I don't really like sad animes. I want to be happy all the time, so I don't know if I'll ever touch that. Or maybe A Girl's Journey. Yeah, it's called that, I think. But Laid Back Camp, A Girl's Journey, A Place Further Than the Universe. I guess in terms of angst and fluff and stuff like that, and hilarity, if any. The show is very funny, but it's also very sweet and very soft. Even our more serious moments aren't too terrifyingly serious. They're more of hey, this is a lesson for you to learn. So I kind of appreciate that. I don't know if that moment is original to the manga or if it's original to the anime, But it feels like a really pertinent moment to kind of put that in the show because so many people did start doing winter camping and being a tour camping because of layback camp, and because they didn't really pay attention to everything they needed to do, they kind of caused some issues or had issues themselves. So it's cool people are being inspired to go out and do things, but it's also good that we did have that little moment there to remind kind of the audience, hey, you need to take this really seriously because, you know, the weather and other stuff like that. And of course, it wasn't truly directed at the audience, it was directed to the characters, and it was followed up by a very goofy moment. And it's not preachy, so which, you know, we get a lot in these Western, more and more than the Western, even cartoon shows, where it's like, oh my gosh. It was a good moment and was meant for the girls, and it was a cute character moment, and it showed how much Topa Sensei cares. And then it followed up by her getting not blackout drunk, but like freaking drunk. But it was a good episode. I really did like it. But I'm so excited for Nadeshiko doing your solo camping. So without further ado, if you're watching on YouTube, there's no sound, partial image, keeps the copyright monsters at bay for the most part. But there's a countdown timer if you want to follow along. I don't think this show has a halftime point, so usually if there's a halfway point on the show, I will pause. I don't think Layback Camp has one. But if I feel the need to pause, I might. We'll see how it goes. I try not to anyway. But without further ado, let's dive in. She looks so happy. So that's where she's going solo camping then. Of course she'd be directed via her stomach. That's so loud. Why is it always so loud? The bun taps. Happy, shiny. Sometimes I gotta do that to make sure, because I can't, unlike my old version when the camera's up here, I could kind of see, what is my roommate doing? I could kind of see what some of the footage is, but on this angle, back to eye level, I can't see where the episode is. So I have to do those kind of little sound things, my own little versions of them. I still love the first one. Shiny Days is funny, but Seize a Day is actually, it's a bop too. Sorry about the weird lighting. I've got natural lighting going on here, but I also have my lamps, which are kind of blinding me a little bit. Maybe I should start investing in one of those fancy Vandy round lights. Alright, come on. Cape O Mama. I love that name so much. Guessing that picture was taken by Toba Sensei. Don't do that. Shimmeren's right there. Oh, the coloring is interesting, how they make the S orange. Poor thing. Yeah, but you were watching and paying attention to what they were saying. And it's so funny is that she does things that makes these two hang out. I don't know why. I hope the joke of her little mini girl being in an offertory box never goes away because it's so funny. Look at her just sitting backwards like this. So cute. Glue maps. Gee, that sounds awfully familiar. That's good, actually good advice. That's really good advice. When I'm moving about, some of the things that I know to take and not take and things for work is because of previous experience. She's not utilizing her sister. Oh no. Yeah, she would, because she's worried about you. Don't lie. Maybe. Your face is now. I like how seeing. Okay. Oh, that's a really good move. That might end up happening, I'm assuming. That is also very important. Oh, she experienced that. Yeah. Yeah, check throughout the day. Yeah. Check out the weather not just that morning, but also in that location throughout the day. And also pay attention to the humidity, the moisture in the air, because that also is a big factor too. Because she's just at work going, sake, sake, looking for some alcohol. As I sing other teachers, by the way. It's cool to see that she had just a bit of a relationship there, even if it's just professional. That's Ito. So is it on the way or near Izu then? Oh, her shiny cartoon eyes. Cute. This is all about them prepping. Now we're seeing like she, the beginning of the episode she was there, and now we're seeing her prep for it. You're so worried. But it's nice to see the other teacher, the hiking teacher, and his kind of relationship with them, her, Toba Sensei. I'm surprised, but also not surprised. None of the girls have boyfriends. I feel like if anyone would eventually get one, it would be Ina first, or Aoi. But Ina like loves her dog more, so maybe not. Find my family. So she just downloaded that and just set that there. Boom. Let family know where I'm going. Ooh, we get a song. So we're seeing her do her research. Cute. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not letting her borrow the fire stand. Work hard, work hard, work hard. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, classroom. We never see inside their classrooms. Honey, pay attention to your class. Uh-huh. This is nice. I really like this. This is a fun episode. We are actually technically in the halfway point episode, so maybe this is why it feels the way it does. It feels kind of halfway point-ish. Super early. You got it? Nice. So that would have been the halfway point here. This is cute. I love it. Where's Rin? What is she up to? And what's cool, part of that pathway is stairs, part of it's just ooh. A little small town then. It's not wearing her hat. Maybe it's just me, but are we getting a little bit more details in terms of the signs or not? Maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe there's just more signs. Barley tea? My mom would like that. Not so much. I'm not a big tea fan. I love me some sweet tea, but that's different. Mame mochi? Huh. Ooh. It's like so is that like a nutty ochi? Mmm. Nice. Celsius, which is still freaking cold. Yeah, she'll be okay. And that's the barley tea. Aww. That's a little bit of CG work there. Fujisan Tori, red Tori, that's what they're called. I keep forgetting. That was cool. That's a cool sculpture. Yeah. I love how she like is so motivated by food, no matter what. You know, she goes still in the chair. Can't help yourself, can you, though? Self-control, honey, self-control. Yeah, it's a sculpture. Oh, that was so sweet that you were your service stays out there. Oh, I think it's my favorite thing I've ever experienced in this show so far. I love how even though she's on her bike, she's obviously not texting her at the same bloody time. Okay. The same time, but that's kind of around some time that she texted her. And I like how the emojis change based upon where the characters are. Like helmet, no helmet. Giant cedar. Oh, that was Sakura's SUV. What? That's kind of cool. That is nice. That's the store she wanted to go. Southern Alps Ecological Research. Yeah, it's Nara and Yamanashi. Oh, right, there would be dialect differences. I don't really think about that too much. It is Sakura's car. Yeah. Why? That's a real shop, yeah. I mean, it is based in the real world. They are basing off real things. Hmm. I think something I really, really love about a lot of Japanese. She have no idea what that is. Ooh. Ooh, lettuce. Something I was gonna say is that I love how a lot of Japanese like food places have a kind of a communal thing where you have your own meal, but you get to sit closely with people. It's kind of about like connection and interaction with people. I really like that actually. I'm drooling. And it's funny, and now she's kind of intimidating him. Scary bold man. Why is it always a scary bold man? I guess so, you idiot. What are you doing? You're so freaked out. Oh. What'd she do? Is realize, look behind her and see her and decide to come back down? Oh, I love the little bzzz that you saw in her hands. Has Nadeshiko? No, I was gonna say has Nadeshiko met her match? No, she hasn't. Look at him. He's like, mm-hmm. She threw her drink. That was weird. Huh. Mm-hmm. And coffee. Oh, cheesecake. I love cheesecake. I'm so hungry. Just hanging out together. This is so weird. I love it though, but it's weird. He's just here, the awkward sipping. Because she's a talker. You got two introverts right here. Ooh, that looks really pretty. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, she is. Really? She's such a player, though. Again, it's interesting how you sometimes like the subtitle said you, but you heard her say Rinchan. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Nah. It's good for her to grow like this. She probably sent them the same food to market tomato. I'm tomato. I like how she sent them the same picture because they both mean a lot to her. Okay. Thanks, Sakura. It's very rare when she's very intense. Oh wow, even I have no idea what people's reactions were seeing Sakura in this stuff. Yeah, she is heck pretty. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and it's weird how in anime you can tell when a character is like really pretty, and Sakura is like really pretty. Okay, who's in the right side? Have we? No, we have. Huh. That was interesting though. The moment of Sakura and Rin. It was cool to see them connect. I feel like though there's gonna be more. It's gotta be more interactions coming up between them because it's just that was like a. It felt like it was like a taste of something more to come. But it's kind of nice to see like both of them are very equally important to Nadeshiko because she same and she sent the same pictures, but also it talks about how sweet and genuine and consistent Nadeshiko is because she's always sending them the same pictures, but she sent them the same caption. Sometimes I'll send a picture to a few different people, but depending on the person, I'll change the caption. So it's kind of nice to see that she has that kind of really sweet, wonderful relationship with her sister and Adesh, written to the point she can send them not only the same picture but the same caption. It's very cute. I'm assuming she sent it separately because they're not in a group chat together. I can usually only send pictures to multiple people at the same time if it's a group chat. So we got actually typical normal ending with this episode, and we have reached the halfway point. This is the midpoint episode. 13 episodes, 7's right in the middle. We're getting the post-credit scene. Wait, no, we're not. Camping alone. That's so cute. Okay, let's talk about this episode, shall we? So that was an incredibly cute episode. I don't really know how I'm going to edit this In a sense that I'm sorry if you heard a lot of like noise. Seems like they're doing construction outside a little bit of banging and clanging. Got some chatty people elsewhere, so I do apologize for that. But I am incredibly happy and excited that we're just, we're making our way through. We are literally halfway through the season. Nadeshiko is growing. She's doing her first camping trip. Both of them are very worried about her. It'll be interesting to see. I think we're gonna get. Okay, so I do know that because I couldn't avoid it somehow. I did see images that Nadeshiko and Sakura do follow. Rin and Sakura do follow Nadeshiko, so I do know they're worried about her and that they're gonna go. Why I don't know, but I do know they kind of spy on her because they're both so equally worried. Which is a reminder that no matter how cool Sakura comes across, she is also a big goober. But that was really cute and sweet to see Sakura and Rin connect. That was adorable. They are both introverts. They like kind of being alone. They love their own alone time. So it kind of sort of it makes sense it's a little awkward between them. But of course, with most introverts, once you actually realize you have something in common with somebody, you just talk about it all the time. You kind of, it's like a dam breaks open, and you're just like, everything comes out. So it is cute to see them connect a little bit. But yeah, Nadeshiko is the extroverted, and I'm just going to assume, based upon the parent interactions, that Sakura is very much like her mother. She looks so much like her mom, and she's very pretty like her mom. Her dad's a bit more, goofy looking, so to speak. He's like this sweet guy, and it's clear that Nadeshiko really takes after him more in terms of looks, which is actually very similar to my sister. I'm pretty 50-50 between my parents, but my sister takes off after my dad quite a bit. So it's kind of interesting to see those connections there. But Sakura is she's crazy pretty, and it's weird in anime how the more anime you watch, the more you can realize, they animate such a way that you begin to pick up pretty quickly, like who's really pretty. And sometimes it's the way they do the hair, sometimes it's the face, the shape of the eye. It's just kind of funny how the more anime you watch, the quicker you can pick up, like, oh, that person's really pretty. Oh, that's a really good looking guy. And it's weird, but yeah, you end up picking up on that. This was, oh gosh, right. This was an absolute adorable episode. It was a perfect halfway point episode. We've kind of, I think, reached the end of all the kind of individual campings. We're gonna get Nadeshiko's solo camping, and it looks like we're gonna dive into the big winter camping for all of them. Will be them going to, I guess, Izu, which I guess they said Aizo, but maybe I don't know if that was that. I guess maybe that's on the way or very close. I'm not quite certain. It's kind of interesting that even the I kind of want to go find some sake. I don't. Most wine places, they don't carry that. So I wanted actually to get some so I could make. My brother recommended it for rice. Actually, it's really good for rice. And I'm sure there's cooking versions of it. I did buy cooking rice vinegar, and after the rice cooks with this particular brown rice that I've been adding a little bit at the end, the cooking rice vinegar kind of adds a little bit more flavor, and letting it sit overnight instead of letting it soak overnight instead of just 30 minutes has really helped, because this particular brown rice is really difficult. So the softness is better, but I want to improve the taste. The taste is pretty so I'm trying to work on that, so I might add some sake. But every time I've had it, it's been pretty good, which is not very often, but still. Anyway, this was an adorable episode. Really loved it. I cannot wait to. It's gonna break my heart to finish the season, but I can't wait for more. We're gonna get a season 3. We have to get a season 3. We have to. Please. And I mean, the first episode of the season showed that we they do a good job of giving us original material. So if it's one of those things where in the end we have to go off the manga, that's okay. And I think in some cases they do that because it adds a little bit of background. I don't know how involved the writer of the manga is with the anime, especially since some anime go really different than what the manga does, depending on the producers. So I don't know how involved the writer is with the show, but it seems they do. I mean, this company does a good job of really bring, I think, the sweetness of it, and they do a good job of adding some original stuff, and it's nice to see that original stuff because it helps prolong the stories, that you're not running out of material, like with One Piece and Naruto, where since it's weekly, it's just kind of like, and you start running out of material and you start dragging things out because you are moving too quickly. So I don't think we'll have that worry about that, and then pausing every so often and doing the seasonal breaks. I do say quick, yeah. So pausing every so often and doing the seasonal breaks really is a good thing, actually. But thank you so much for watching. This was a really fun time. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. I'll see you next time.